I just spent $3,000 on camera equipment to start a YouTube channel, and then as soon as I turned it all on, I burst into tears. This is for you. If you are trying to start a creative project and maybe have this fear of investing in something before it's even remotely generating income and it's just bringing up all of these feelings, this is for you, because this is the video where I tell you about exactly what I bought, how much it cost, and the emotional toll it has taken on me to start this YouTube channel and commit to this big, huge goal. By the way, I'm Erin. Welcome to my channel. I'm a communication strategist and I own a podcast production company, and this is my attempt to launch a YouTube channel and share in real time how long it takes me as an entrepreneur, mom of two who works 25 hours a week, to scale a net new channel to $2,000 a month. And this is where I tell you that I am already in the hole. And if you want to watch the intro video, I recommend you go here. I'll put up the little thumbnail, and I think that's gonna let you go to the video. So let's get into it. First things first, I'm gonna show you exactly where my state of mind was when I was heading to the camera store to purchase the gear. Okay, so I actually think this is how you're supposed to do it. Here's me getting in the car to go spend a whole crap ton of money on equipment because I'm gonna do YouTube. And I already feel like this is a crazy idea. Who's gonna wanna watch me on YouTube? Now, you have to remember that I have years in media. I used to work on TV. I used to work on the radio. I built a multi-six-figure blog company before this current communications practice and before my podcast company. And even still, I was racked with nerves. I was terrified I was gonna fail. I was worried about investing for whatever reason in this new endeavor. I was all in my head, which is wild. Entrepreneurship is wild for that. And let me first tell you about the excuses that I made, which they still are there for me. It was like, oh, my office isn't ready. The audio isn't going to be perfect. I don't want this to be complicated. I don't want to spend the money on this. I don't have time in my day to do this. If it's not perfect, I'm not going to do it. There was every excuse in the book. Also, here was a big one. I was so worried that my corporate clients were going to see this kind of content from me and think less of me. And I don't know if you have that as well, but like, when I got into my head about that, it really blocked me for a long time from doing what it is that I want to do. And what I had to realize is that if my corporate clients see this, they should love me more. And if they don't, then they probably weren't the right fit client to begin with. So I picked up the camera equipment, and then this happened. I guess this is going to be one of those videos that shows how much I spent starting this YouTube thing. I don't even have a tripod. You can see this. This is all going to just go up from here. It's just gonna go up. I don't even know where to look. I'm looking here. I usually do things vertical. This is all a learning process. This was the camera that I bought. Ended up going with the Sony ZV-1 II. This is an adapter that will go on top of the Sony camera that will let me use the new wireless lav mic, the DJI Mini, with the new camera. I'm into it now for about $1,250 plus tax. What am I even doing?
Stop recording, make the V sign again. Then you'll get another countdown before it stops. In the app, if you have the
So I came home from the camera store with the Sony camera. The exact model is here. And I had also ordered the DJI Osmo 7P and the DJI Mic Mini on Amazon, also here. I had the wherewithal to get the adapter so the DJI Mini mic would work with my Sony camera. So I was into it for about $1,500. I brought it home, and that's when everything devolved into sheer emotion. Because shortly thereafter, I realized that my iPhone was not the right iPhone to work with all of this equipment. And it was all talking to each other, but nothing was fully working. So I ended up then having to upgrade my iPhone to the tune of another $1,700. And then I realized that the fancy drone adapter I bought was not going to work without the new receiver for the DJI. So I was into it for another, call it $100. This is where we get to close to the $3,000 mark in gear, and I have not yet even made my first freaking video. So like my nervous system was shot. I was doing like legs up the wall. I was doing my yoga. I was doing deep breathing. I was trying to regulate. I know that this isn't like fancy audio and the dog is now going up the stairs. I have had this like crazy nervous anxiety all week. I realized I had to go back to my best practices. I set up all that camera equipment and then I got really anxious. Did I make a mistake? Is this crazy? Why am I starting again? And when I say starting again, it's like just starting something new, except for that everything old felt so stale. And I need new. I need a challenge. I need to learn. I need to be active. I need to feel like things are clicking. With that, it did send my system like into overdrive, and I could feel myself feeling all keyed up because I want to receive everything that this shift has for me. And I can feel my body is resisting it. And I can feel that there are people who want to ask questions and lean in, and they're curious and excited for me and for us. And I want to make sure that I have the capacity to hold all of that. What I want to share with you is that if you are like I am and investing in yourself is a challenge, the only way to overcome it is to go through it. And that is really what I learned with this, is that I had to really tap into what it was that made me believe in myself to begin with. And I had to stay with that, even though I was overwhelmed with the tech, overwhelmed with the expense, overwhelmed with being at the bottom of what I know is a mountain. And it was really hard. So if you're watching this and you're scared, I want to say like, good. It means you're onto something. It means you're feeling something. And this goes for things other than just YouTube as well. This goes for things like showing up on Instagram. It goes for speaking in public. It goes for getting on sales calls, all those kinds of things that can be really triggering when you're launching something new that is going to impact your business. The only thing that really got me through this were those nervous system tools that I have developed to help me either uncouple my value from money or really reinforce my own value to myself and my own creative abilities and my own self-worth. And that's what this project is, right? I said this in the start video that I want to show you how long it takes me to get to $2,000 a month, but it's not really about the $2,000 a month. This is about, can I start something new when I am halfway through my life, I am halfway through my career, and can I do it using all of the experience that I have thus far and learn and have fun and share in a whole new way. This is about energy. It's not really about the money. And so if you're scared, like I am, it's kind of part of the deal. Over on my podcast, I often end the videos with something of a bit of I call it like a devotional practice or a way to journal out an outcome for yourself so that you can see a path forward. So the question I want to ask you right now is, are you like me? Do you have an excuse for not starting something new? What is the thing that you're hesitating to start that you want help starting? What is the expense that you're trying to justify swallowing? And how is your brain either allowing you to justify it or stopping you, like it was with me? I was really getting completely blocked over a $3,000 expense. And even when I did the math, it's like a tiny fraction of my yearly profit. It really is a drop in the bucket. It doesn't make sense, nor does it make sense when I consider that my plan is to turn that $3,000 investment into a huge amount of revenue. And yet that money story was so deep that it set me off and it made me cry. I want to know what that is for you. Where are you struggling? And let's work through it together. If there's another question you have, maybe I'll do another video. We can pull this thread a little more. And if you have not watched my Start Here video, make sure you head to the description box below and check that one out because it gives you a little more of a sense of what we're going to be doing here on this channel. All right, thanks so much for being here. Thanks so much for being brave with me. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video. I push them, hopefully, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays every single week.